Hey, Maximizers! Welcome to my live. If this is your first time watching me, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Crystal, also known as Krista Maximizer, and I am a content coach. And I help product based business owners create consistent content so that they can make consistent sales in their business. So they do not have to hire influencers and they do not have to run paid ads on social media. So I have been creating content on social media since 2018. So when I started my very first YouTube channel, I started off teaching women how to coupon, how to budget, how to strategically save money. And I did that for about 2 years until the pandemic. And then when the pandemic happened, my clients were like, hey, Crystal, can you teach us how to start a business? Can you teach us how to start a side hustle? Can you teach us how to start a YouTube channel? And I was like, okay. So in 2020, I accidentally became a business coach. Now, I've always had this superpower where I can help somebody take the idea from their brain and turn it into a profitable business. I'm in Florida and there is a love bug in my house. How did the love bug get in my house? I don't know, but I just seen him fly by and I don't know where he went. But anywho, I can help people take an idea and turn it into a way to make money. I didn't realize that that was one of my superpowers, but it was. So when my clients came to me asking me to help them, I helped them. I created a side hustle program. I created a YouTube academy and I helped them do just that. And you want to know what happened? I fell in love with being a business coach. I business coached behind the scenes. So for 3 years, I did both. From 2020 to 2023, I did both. I was a couponing coach in front of the camera. And then behind the scenes, I was back there teaching my clients how to start that YouTube channel, how to start that side hustle, how to grow their business. And then in 2023, I was like, you know what? I want to be a business coach. In 2023, I told myself, like, I love couponing. I've done it my whole adult life. I still coupon today. The millionaire version of me coupons. If there is a coupon or a discount, I am using it forever. But I felt like my talents would be best served if I helped women make more money. And when women make more money, they make a bigger impact in the world. Why? Because nothing bad happens when women make more money. So in 2023, I decided I was going to be a business coach. And then in 2024, I closed down all of my couponing programs. I let go a lot of clients. I let go thousands of dollars of monthly reoccurring revenue. I shut it all down. And I said, you know what? I'm going to be a business coach. But in 2024, I was like, I'm out here being an anything business coach. I did not have a niche. I did not have my area of expertise. I was like, what makes you different, Crystal? Hey, how are you doing? Like, what makes you different, Crystal? What is your secret sauce? And I had to look at myself. And the first thing I did, I looked at and I said, what have I done really well in my business? And what have I helped my clients with the most in my business? The answer to that question was content. Since 2018, I've posted over 2,000 YouTube videos. Okay, long form, 10 minutes or longer YouTube videos. Some of them are like 8 minutes, but most of my YouTube videos on my couponing channel are closer to 20 minutes and above. Okay, I've gone live over 1,000 times since 2019. From that content, I've been able to make about $400,000 from social media. And I only spent less than $500 on ads. So, all organically. So, whether it was the 4 and 5 figure brand deals I got because the businesses, they saw my content on YouTube or TikTok and they reached out to me, or whether it was from affiliate deals that I've done with other brands where it's like, hey, if you talk about my products, I'll give you a referral code and I will give you a affiliate money, right? Or whether it's from me selling hundreds of thousands of dollars of my coaching by creating content and going live and letting someone know, hey, I have a membership, I have a one-on-one coaching, I have a group offer that can help you. I've been able to make hundreds of thousands of dollars from my content. And I was like, I got to be a content coach. That's what I've done well. Then when I looked at my clients, I've helped clients who knew nothing about social media be able to actually create content. I've helped clients who are having $0 months have $1,000 months. Like imagine making $0 and then within 30 days you made $1,000 all from posting your content and going live. So I've been able to help my clients do that. And every single client I worked with, I've helped them with content. Even helped my 60-year-old mother get clients from Instagram. And she's been sewing for like 45 years. Most of her clients come from referrals, word of mouth. She was able to post on Instagram, and I want to say she got about 5 clients who just saw her Instagram reels and they didn't know a friend or a family member and they hired her. And then they referred people to her too. So if I can teach her how to use Instagram, I was like, yeah, I can help anybody, right? So I decided to be a content coach. And that has brought me so much clarity in my business. So I say all of that to say, content coach Chris is going to share with you tonight. Where's my notes? Because I don't see them. How to sell with storytelling. That is our live topic for tonight. And I like to share my story that, how long have I been talking? That 5-minute story, so that you know who I am, you know how I got here, you know my experience, you know my area of expertise. And I'm not just someone who came on here yesterday. Here's a damn love bug, y'all. Sorry, but he's going to love bug graveyard because you got to go, buddy. Not gonna be flying around my head. This is the one thing about Florida. Okay, I wasn't home for a few weeks because I came here in April. I wasn't home for about a month. There was a lizard in Kinsley's bathroom. I had to get the lizard in Kinsley's bathroom. And there was a dead lizard by one of my doors downstairs. I was like, oh, y'all were just having a field day in my house when I wasn't here. Welcome to Florida, Lizard City. Okay. So, anywho, it just took my train of thought. We're talking about selling with storytelling on social media. It's 2025. And one of the ways that I have been watching other people on social media and myself and a few of my clients selling with storytelling. When it comes to selling, especially on social media, you want to let your audience know why your product, why your service is a solution to their problem. The best way to do that is to tell a story. So I'm going to share with you, it looks like I have 8 tips on how you can sell with storytelling on social media and the types of stories you can share with your audience on social media to make a sale. All right. So I want to know who's watching. If you see me looking to the left a lot more than usual, my notes are over here and I can see myself over here. Why? Because I cracked my laptop screen, but I have my external monitor. So my laptop is still in full working condition. My screen is just cracked. So I can't see myself and I can't see my notes that I would usually put on this screen. So if you see me looking over here, that's the reason why, because I'm trying to see my notes and I'm trying to see myself because I'm looking at a black screen right now. Okay. So what I want from you, because I'm ranting and rambling. Today has been a day, y'all. Today has been a day. I'm ranting and rambling, but I want to know who's here. Can you let me know in the comments where you're watching from and what is your business? What do you sell? Who do you help? Let me know in the comments where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country are you watching from, and what is your business? Let me know in the comments. I'm in Central Florida, Orlando area, and like I said, my business is content coaching. That's what I do. That's how I help people. I also want to call myself like a certified yapper. I get on here and yap, yap, yap. So let me know where you're watching from and what your business is. And we're going to dig into selling with storytelling. Thank you so much for joining. Let me know where you're watching from. I see you on TikTok. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all for joining. Okay, so we're talking about selling with storytelling. So the first story that you should be telling on your social media is a story of you, your story, right? And this is what I like to call connection content. Because as a business owner, in order for people to buy from you, they need to know you, like you, and trust you. They need to connect with you. And once they do that, they will give you their money to solve their problem. But you've got to build that connection. People are nosy. They want to know who you are. They want to know how you got here. They're interested in you. Especially as a small business, because it's not like a big old conglomerate company like Costco, where you're buying all the stuff inside of the Costco. Like nobody really cares about like the creator of Costco, right? Because it's a massive, 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 massive business. But a small business owner that is hand making your candles, that is hand making your lip gloss, that is hand making you a custom tumbler, you might care a little bit more about who they are, where they came from, how they got there. So it's to your benefit to share your story. And also along the same lines of that, although Costco, no one cares about like the creator of Costco, When them people kept that DEI, they was telling a story. They told us a story about who they with and who they what they're not dealing with, right? So people flocked to them, right? So they told us a story. Whereas some other companies told us a story that's got them not making any money and not getting any customers because they told a story that was like, we not with that story, right? So it can benefit you, good and bad. But as a small business owner, it can't hurt you to share your story. Now, I'm not telling you to get on Beyonce's internet and tell your business. I'm not telling you to do that at all. I do not advise you do that unless you really want to tell your business, okay? But what I'm telling you to say in your story, tell how you got to where you are today, the points that you are comfortable with sharing, the points that are relevant to you becoming the business owner that you are right now. Share your experience that helped you get there. Again, you don't have to go into the nitty gritty details. No one is telling you to go Risa Tisa and tell all of your business. Tell the key points. For example, the key points of my story was I had been couponing for 10 years. I started a YouTube channel. Once I started my YouTube channel, that baby blew up like crazy. That YouTube channel was monetized in like 4 months, which was absolutely insane. I started making money from that YouTube channel after 5 months. Then the best part of my story is that I got fired from my 9 to 5 on my 1 year YouTube anniversary. I had just hit 1 million views on that YouTube channel. I got fired. Then I went full time into my business. That is crucial to the story of Kristen Maximizer. I would not be the Kristen Maximizer that is here today if I did not start with couponing content. Why did I start with my business with couponing content? Because I was an expert in couponing. I had been couponing for 10 years. I was very, 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 very confident that I could go into any store that accepts coupons, that has some sales and some deals, and I could make a transaction and I would not pay full price, right? So I started with something that I was an expert in, something that I was really comfortable with teaching, and something that I knew was solving a problem for someone. So that is relevant to my story even today as a content coach. I wouldn't be a content coach if I wasn't posting a video a day for the first year, year and a half of my Kristen Maximizer journey. Does this make sense? If this makes sense on TikTok, just tap the screen. This makes sense over on YouTube and Facebook. Go ahead and drop a yes in the chat. Yes in the comments so that I know that we are on the same page. So tell the big pillars of your story. Now, so much has happened since that Kristen Maximizer that started that YouTube channel in 2018 and the Kristen Maximizer that is in front of you today. It has been a lot of roller coasters of ups and downs. And I didn't share all my ups, and I darn sure didn't share all of my downs. I don't get on here and tell you every single detail. Now, on my birthday and my anniversary, I go a little bit deeper than the surface level. But I tell you the core points for you to be able to connect with me and learn a little bit about my background and how I got to where I am today. And my 5-minute intro that I do, that's me telling my story to you when you get on this live. That's me telling my story to you when you actually watch the replay, because a lot more people are watching the replay. So hello to everyone watching the replay. Type replay in the comments if you're watching the replay of this. But a lot more people watch the replay. So I make sure to introduce myself every single time. Also, it's good to have your story as a selling point because new people are finding your account every single day. Like, you never know when someone's scrolling by and they watch 1 or 2 of your videos, but they're like, well, really, who is this person? How did they start? Having your story as a piece of content on your platform, again, can only help you build that connection to your ideal client. So that's the first thing. Tell your story. And I'm saying sell with storytelling, but every single story doesn't need to have the call to action of buy, buy, buy. Let me make that clear. I'm not saying tell your story and then say, if you want help with your content, go ahead and book a session with me, right? This is how I started my lip gloss. And if you want to buy one, go buy one at KristenMaximizer.com. You don't have to do that. When you share your expertise, when you share your experience, when you share how you help people, when you share the story of why you created the product and why it solves said problem, people will naturally, if they like it, they're going to go to your website and buy it. They're going to comment to you, hey, can I get your help? Hey, where can I buy this? They are going to message you. They are going to email you. If someone wants to buy what you are selling, even in a story, believe me, they will find where you are and get their problem solved. Raise your hand if you've done it. You've watched a video, maybe someone's showing you something, telling you a story of something, and you're like, I need that. I want that. I want to work with them. And then you inquire or you go to their website. So tell your story, but it doesn't necessarily mean at the end of it, you need to say, buy my chapstick, buy my chapstick, buy my chapstick. No, we're not doing that. Okay. I said that for my biz bestie because she be trolling me because she said I be talking about chapstick. And I do. And today's going to be lip gloss. And I'm not at that point yet. The next story that you can tell is the big why. Why did you start the business? When you look at a lot of the big companies and the big products that we have right now, I'm trying to think off the top of my head any of the stories that stick out to me. But even when I watch Shark Tank, right? Don't say buy my chapstick. No. Even when I watch Shark Tank, Jesus, I can't talk today. Almost every single one of those products were started because what the person needed wasn't available, or they didn't like what was available, or what was available wasn't helping them in the way that they needed to be helped. Right? Or they were solving a problem that they realized that we had. Like, even when we think about the Ring doorbell, right? No one had a video camera doorbell, but it only made sense. We had security cameras and we had doorbells. When they put it together, it was like, I wanted to see who was at my door. I wanted to be able to speak to the people dropping off my packages, even if I wasn't home. I didn't want to miss the FedEx guy when they could have left my package at my neighbor's house, or I was okay with my package being delivered and left on the front steps. But without the Ring doorbell, they didn't know that. Maybe you used to put a note on the door, but it blew away. So when you think about why somebody started, that's important too. I'm trying to think of something off the top of my head that I've seen the origin story of, like they started it out of a need. Tush Baby. I watched the Tush Baby lady's video, and it was about holding her kid on her hip and how it messes up the kid's legs the way that you hold them. And then also, I think she was having trouble holding her kid. So she created the Tush Baby, which is basically like a fanny pack with like a little seat. So that way, instead of holding that baby on your hip, you can still hold them on your hip, but the weight of the baby isn't on your hip, and their legs are not squished in that weird way, the way we hold babies on our hips, even though we've been doing it forever. But long term, she said the Tush Baby can help with that. I also seen the people who made, I forget what it's called, they make that little strap that you can tuck your shirt into. It's like you can make a crop top out of any shirt. They made that because they were sick of using rubber bands and clips to clip up their shirt, or trying to fold up their shirt, but then it didn't stay. So learning why somebody started something, it allows you to portray to your ideal client, this is a problem. This is a problem that I had. This is a problem that you may have. And this is how we solve the problem. One of my other favorite businesses, now that I'm talking, I'm thinking, one of my other favorite businesses is Classy Network. Classy Network makes shirts for women with bra pads that are removable. So you could buy a shirt like this, and instead of having to wear a bra, it already has pads in the shirt that you can detach, whether you're an A cup or if you're a triple D, you can buy the pads, and those shirts are so freaking comfortable. The woman who started it, Natalie, she started it because she was sick of wearing bras. She was sick of wearing little pasties. She has a smaller chest, but she was like, I didn't like the look of just like my nipple showing. And I also didn't like the look of having to wear a bra all the time because bras are uncomfortable. So she created a shirt with the pads, and now she just has a plethora of shirts, dresses, crop tops, halters. She literally has every single type of shirt with the bra pads inside. So when you listen to why she started it as a woman who wears a bra, I need that. She didn't have to say, go to Classy Network to buy a shirt. She didn't have to say that once. She literally just told us and showed us why she created the product. She told us the story, right, of why she created the product. And in turn, it showed us the problem, and she showed us her making the solution. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Tap the screen if this makes sense on TikTok. Let me know in the comments if this makes sense on YouTube and Facebook. Okay. Tell the story of why you created the product. Next, how did you start? So she showed us why, but then tell us how. Was it a scrappy beginning? Did you inherit this from someone else? How did you start the business? I literally started my YouTube channel on a whim. No planning, no preparation. I did not know anything about YouTube. I started my YouTube channel with what I had. I didn't have no camera. I didn't have no microphone. I didn't have anything. Okay. I had a rinky dink iPhone 6, a wing and a prayer. And I went ahead and I started that YouTube channel. I didn't know anything about editing. My first couple videos are not edited. Excuse me. My first couple videos do not have thumbnails because I didn't know anything about YouTube. Do not have description boxes, and the titles are terrible because I just copied a title from someone else. I think 2 of them don't even have a title. It just says Walgreens with the day I went to Walgreens. How did you start the business? What was your life like when you started the business? What state of mind were you in when you started the business? Who helped you start the business? Who didn't help you start the business? Who believed in you when you started the business? Who didn't believe in you when you started the business? All of these stories that you can tell are connection points. And again, just simply telling the story, where you started, how you got to where you are, telling that alone is going to connect your ideal client from you. It's going to build that know, like, and trust factor. And again, when they are ready to get that problem solved, when they are ready to pay to get that problem solved, they are going to come to you. Okay. The next story that you can tell, why this industry? Why did you pick the industry that you're in? What makes you passionate about it? I love content because it made me a lot of money. I love content because I get to be 100% myself. I love creating content because it's one of the easiest ways for me to show up in front of my ideal clients for free as myself, getting what I want. I'm passionate about content because it has literally changed my life. Starting that YouTube channel changed my life. I have not worked in a 9-to-5 since I got fired August 19th, 2019. It will be 6 years that I am full-time in my business and I haven't had to work a 9-to-5. Now, has it been easy? Absolutely not. Do I have side hustles? Absolutely. But overall, if it wasn't for content, I wouldn't be where I am today. I would have had to go right into another 9-to-5 that I would have also got laid off from because COVID happened. And I would have been the newest person. I would have only had like 6 months in if I would have found another job. I could have found another job recruiting. Really easy. But content saved me from that. My YouTube channel, my content saved my life. I had been super consistent. I was making thousands of dollars from Google AdSense every single month. So when I got fired, I did not have to get a job. Content saved my life. That's why I'm passionate about it. And also, it didn't just save me financially, it saved me mentally. I was losing my mind in my 9-to-5 because I felt like I was in a sheltered, not a shelter, I don't want to say sheltered. I felt like I was in a box. I felt like I couldn't be myself. I couldn't be too loud as a Black woman. I couldn't be too outgoing. And I damn sure couldn't be too emotional. I could cry happy tears, but if I cried sad tears, that was a no-no. I couldn't be myself. My manager once told me the way that I was raised and how I talk at home is not an excuse for how I talk in the office. Because when I get excited, I get loud. And when I get loud, people think that I'm yelling at them. But I was like, at home, or my whole family, we talk like this, and we are not yelling at you. Like, even now, I'm super passionate, and some people could say, like, why are you talking so stern? Like, why are you talking so loud? Why are you like so excited, like jittery, right? But this is how I am every single day. And I would have to be a smaller version of myself in a 9-to-5. And I hated that shit. I hated that I had to listen to people who were not as smart as me. I hated that I had to listen to people who were not doing my job and they didn't understand how to do my job, but they would give you all of these rules and regulations and want you to do X, Y, and Z. But I'm like, that doesn't make sense. The way you're telling me to do it because it looks good on paper is not practical. It looks good on paper, but when you put it out, it's not practical. Like, I hated it. Content saved me from all of that. I no longer have to go and work for 9 to 5 again. I know how to create content. I know how to create a product. I know how to help someone solve a problem. I know how to make money online. I don't ever have to work a 9 to 5 again if I don't want to. I don't have to. I don't desire to. It's not in my plans. Worst case scenario, yes, but I will gig work myself to death. I will sell any type of coaching package. I will help people do a plethora of things before I even think about working at somebody's 9 to 5. Content saved me. That is why I'm in this industry. That is why I'm a coach. That's why. Does this make sense? Tap the screen on TikTok if this makes sense. If this makes sense on YouTube and Facebook, go ahead, drop a yes in the comments if this makes sense. I see y'all watching. Let me know if this makes sense. Because telling that story, right, of why I'm in this industry and what makes me passionate, that also can connect you. If you don't want to work for a 9 to 5 again, use your content to grow your business. If you sell products and services and you're not making enough sales, you can use your content to make the sales. You just have to be strategic. You just have to have a plan. You just have to plan out your content. No matter what you are selling, you can sell more of it on social media if you plan and strategically set up the content that you are going to be creating. Thank you so much for those likes, Jackie. I appreciate that. Which brings me to the next story. Why did you create this specific product? Now, we talked about why you started, right? But why did you create your specific product? So currently, I have 2 offers. I have a 90-minute strategy session where I can help you create 30 days of content. Like, you leave the 90-day strategy session with 30 days of your content ideas. You leave it with your content pillars. You leave it with what you're selling for the next 30 days. You leave it with some emails that you can send to sell in the next 30 days. And you'll even leave with when you should be recording this content and how you should be recording this content. You leave with your roadmap for your content for the next 30 days. I created that offer simply because people need a quick, fast power through. A lot of times you have a really good product, you're just not marketing it correctly. So we can sit down and at the end of 90 minutes, you can literally leave the session, write a couple outlines, and go and record some content. And that content will be good for you for 30 days. And I'm going to teach you how to plan your content for 30 days at a time. So what you learn in that 90-minute session, you can replicate every single month for your content. That is why I created that specific offer, to give you that quick jump start, to give you that quick strategy that you need right now. Okay. Why did I create my signature offer, Content Consistency and Cash Coaching? It is a 9-month one-on-one coaching where we work together on your content the first 3 months, your consistency the second 3 months, and your cash, how to make more sales on social media in the last 3 months. Because I realized that my best clients that get the best results, they work with me for 6 months to a year. So I made the program 9 months so that we can give you the most of the program. 3 months is way too short. 6 months is not quite enough. Almost all of my 6-month clients re-sign. So I said, let me make a 9-month package to see if I can really help you full circle in 9 months. Because most everybody who does 6 months needs 3 to 6 months more. So I created the 9-month program so that we can work in chunks. Because if you're coming to me at 0 or damn near at 0, you can't jump in and start selling. You've got to build your audience. You've got to nurture your audience. You've got to engage your audience. You got to prepare to launch. So we spent the first 12 weeks getting your content together, consistent, and prepared the launch. The next 3 months, 12 weeks, that's when we work on being consistent with that content and getting you prepared to launch. So by the third portion, the last 12 weeks, you are launching and you are selling your ass off in your content. You are going live every single week. You are asking for the sale every single week, or you're doing a launch. You're preparing, you have your launch, you open cart, sell, close it. Then you launch hopefully one more time within those 3 months before we're done. That's why I created that, to literally hold your hand and walk you to the content money making promised land. I'm going to help you learn how to plan your content 30 days at a time. I'm going to help you stay consistent with posting your content every single week. Okay. And most importantly, I'm going to help you make more cash from your content. I'm going to help you be able to post and make sales and not feel overwhelmed. And most importantly, not feel like you have to post every day 3 times a day. That's why I created the 9-month offer. So I want you to explain, why did you create? You see how I told you how I created them, but I never said, if you want help with this, come and buy, because it's not the time for that. When you're selling with the storytelling, you sell and you tell the story. You tell the story. So I told you the story about why I created my products. You tell the story about why you created your products. Okay. Next story. Why do you want to solve this problem? Whoo, that's a great one. The best businesses solve a problem or offer convenience. If you're not solving a problem, or you don't know what problem you are solving, your business is probably not making money. Hey, TD, how you doing, girl? So why did you decide to solve this problem? I first off started solving the couponing problem of teaching women how to coupon, because I was sick and tired of seeing people pay full price, but I was more importantly sick and tired of seeing people say that they were couponing, but they were going to every store every week and they were spending $100+ even though they go to 5 or 6 stores and only spend $10 or $12. If you spent $10 at 5 stores, you spent $50 or $60. If you do that every week, you're spending $200-$300. And most of the people that I was helping, they weren't spending $10 or $12. They were doing multiple deals and they were spending $20-$30 per store. And they were going to 3 to 5 stores every single week. So they were spending $100 plus. Then you look around and they've spent $500 couponing and they have a whole bunch of shit in their stockpile that they don't even use. So I was more sick and tired of that. Combined with people paying full price for things that's like, if you just open up your phone, like I went to Publix today, I bought some conditioner. I only bought the conditioner from Publix because there was a $1.50 coupon. With that $1.50 coupon, the conditioner was cheaper than regular price at Walmart. Walmart's the lowest threshold right now. So I was like, if I can get this conditioner for $4 instead of paying $5 or $6 for it at Walmart, I'm going to get it at Publix. You know what I did? I opened my Publix account, I scanned the product, and I clipped the coupon. It took me 15 seconds, and I saved almost $2. And there's people in this world who don't want to do that. They said it's too much work. Couponing tip while we're talking about content. Any store that you shop at, in person and online, if they have an app, download the app. If they have a free store rewards, sign up for the rewards. I also bought myself an Italian ice today from Jeremiah's. Okay. I'm one Italian ice away from a free Italian ice. So when I buy one more, I'm going to get my next one free. I also have a 50% off coupon just because I have the app. Every so often, every couple months, they just give you random coupons. I got free Italian ice on my birthday. Simple. Any store that has an app and you go and you spend your money at that store, 7-Eleven, every 7 Slurpee is free. Now, I don't go to 7-Eleven often. In Baltimore, I go to 7-Eleven a lot more because it's right on the corner of my mom's house. I don't go as much in Florida, and I got one on the corner here too, but I don't go as much down here. Point being, even if you get a Slurpee once a week, every other week, 8 or 10 weeks down the line, you get a free Slurpee. If you do not have the 7-Eleven app, you don't get the free Slurpee. Okay? So why did I decide to solve that problem? And then why did I decide to solve the content problem? Because I see so many business owners trying to promote their products. And it's very cringy. And the way in which they're promoting, it tells me and it shows me why they're not making sales. If you have a product and you're up here like, buy my lip gloss right now, go support a Black business and buy my lip gloss. Go get my lip gloss right now at KristenMaximizer.com. I'm not buying your freaking lip gloss. Why? Because you didn't tell me why I should buy your lip gloss. You didn't tell me what problem your lip gloss solves. You didn't tell me why you created this lip gloss. You didn't tell me why your lip gloss is different than the Revlon lip gloss that I buy from CVS every other month. Does this make sense? Yes or no? That is why I decided to solve the content problem, because I was sick and tired of seeing these business owners. Thank you so much for that gift. I was sick and tired of seeing these business owners get on Beyonce's internet and not know how to sell. People buy when they know the why. The why is the most important thing. Why do I need it? Why did you create it? And why is this going to solve my problem? Why is this going to give me more of what I want? And I've seen so many business owners not sharing the why. I've seen so many people posting these stupid, stagnant posts with their products floating. That don't make somebody want to buy that. Like, be so for real. Be so for real. So, why did you decide to solve the problem that you solve? That's why I solve. You see how passionate I got? I hate when people don't use coupons. I hate when people over coupon in the sense of they go to every store every week thinking they need to buy everything. That's the first problem I started to solve. Then I started to solve the content problem. Or I had people who had businesses and they don't ever post about their business because they don't know how. They don't know how to show up. So I also solved that problem too, because I have a client right now who does mostly in person. She's not doing anything online. So I'm helping her to create content, right? So that she can show up online and make sales. Why did you decide to solve this problem? Again, all stories that you can tell, right? Now, I'm saying this for the purposes of this live because I sell on my lives. If you need help with your content, make sure you get on my email list at KristenMaximizer.com. So go to my website right now, KristenMaximizer.com, get on my email list. Second, I want you to go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Build a Business with Chris. If you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, it's Build a Business with KRYS. Everybody watching on my couponing channel right now, I see y'all. Hey, go subscribe to my business YouTube channel. It is Build a Business with Chris. Build a Business with KRYS. Go subscribe. Okay. I started a second YouTube channel just for business. So if you need help with your content and you are a business owner, those two things are completely free for you to do. Get on my email list. You'll get notified when I go live. You'll get notified when I post a new YouTube video, and you'll get notified when I open up new coaching offers, which I will be opening up slots for June 1st. So you can sign up in May to start working with me June 1st. Okay. In my 9-month coaching offer. And then I always have my strategy sessions available. But you can get on my email list for free and get all the free stuff that I'm sharing right now. Okay. Next story that you can tell: mention your product as a solution to a problem by telling a story in your story. So if you have Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok as your main platform for social media, tell a story, a short story in your Instagram stories, in your Facebook stories, in your TikTok stories, and tell us why your product is a solution to a problem. Mention your product as a solution to a problem. For instance, my lips were so freaking dry, and I was wondering, like, why my lips were so freaking dry this morning, and I realized I had not been using my favorite lip gloss. Why had I not been using my favorite lip gloss? Is because I freaking lost it. So I decided to stop being lazy, and I went and got my favorite lip gloss. Now, this lip gloss has, I don't know, aloe, this and that, blah, 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 in it, and it's super moisturizing. You see, when I put it on, not only do my lips look moisturized, they feel moisturized. And this formula like soaks into your lips and really hydrates them. It doesn't just sit on top of your lips like a traditional lip gloss. It has blah, 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 blah in it that seeps through that layer of your lips and really allows you to not crust up and crack. I was trying to figure out why my lips was crusty. I wasn't wearing my good lip gloss. So if your lips are like mine and they be a little bit crusty, you should definitely try out this lip gloss. I'll leave the link right here. Make sense? If you're struggling with posting your content and you are waking up every day, racking your head at the wall, trying to figure out what the heck you're going to post, you don't know what to post, you don't know how to post, you don't know if you should be posting videos, if you should be posting carousels, you don't know if you should be posting on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, you feel confused, you feel like you need to be posting 3 times a day, but you try to post 3 times a day and you don't even have enough content to post 3 times a day. Yeah, you need a strategy session. You need to book a strategy session with me because I will help you clear all of that up. You'll have your content plan for the next 30 days, and you will not be waking up every single day trying to figure out how to or what to or when to or what platform to post on. That's a story I would post in my stories. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Tap the screen if this makes sense. Okay. Tap the screen if this makes sense. Yes in the comments if this makes sense. Okay. Like, and then the last story that you can sell, share your journey to product creation. So, as you are creating your product, share the journey. If you make your lip gloss, show us you making your lip gloss. You make your t-shirts, show us you choosing the t-shirts, getting the little things out. I don't know what everything's called, putting it on the heat press, packaging it up, taking it to the post office. Show us. Show and tell us what you're doing. People love that shit. People are nosy. They love to see the journey. I love watching on History Channel how it's made. And you can watch how a product gets made from start to finish. I love it. People love watching it on social media. I just started doing day in the lives. I've gotten so many feedback, God. I'm very educated. My brain is just firing at all cylinders. So when my brain thinks faster than I can talk, it sounds like I'm uneducated. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is I started doing day in the lives, like recording what I'm doing. I'm actually going to post one when I get off of here. I should have posted it before, but anywho, I started posting day in the lives. People love it. I've gotten so much feedback. I love this content from you. I'm enjoying this. They like to see the journey. Now, I'm a coach, so I can't show you building everything, but I can show you what the heck I do in a day. I don't be coaching my clients every day. I do coaching calls on Mondays and Tuesdays only. The rest of the days, I talk to my clients in Voxer and I create content and I do everything else that I want to do. I go live almost every day. Okay. And I really want to go live every day. Like, I really want to put my big girl panties on and commit to going live every day for a year. Like, I've never done one full year straight, like with no breaks. And I'm like gonna put myself on a streak to see like how many days in a row can I do it? No excuses, no matter what. Before I go to bed, go live for at least 30 minutes. My plan. The bugs in Florida. There's another love bug flying around here. Like, is there an open window? Anywho, show your product creation journey. Like I said, people are loving my day in the lives. And honestly, it's probably my second favorite piece of content that I've created for myself. And if I think about it, my couponing videos were all vlogs. It was me showing you and telling you what I was doing. Now I'm just recording myself and voiceover in it. I freaking love it. Lives is number 1. Day in the lives are number 2. Long form YouTube videos are probably number 4. TikToks are number 3. Short form videos are third because they're easy in the sense of like I can just throw them together. So I guess I'll have to go long form YouTube third and then short form videos fourth because I'm more comfortable doing long form because I've been doing it much longer. Show your product creation. Show the behind the scenes. People love those stories. Okay. So, yes, people love the day in the life. Yes. And I feel like it's showing a different version of me. And I be looking back and I'm like, damn, do I really be working? I mean, I be working. But like today I Instacarted because it's side hustle day. I Instacarted. Then my battery in my car acted up. I had to get my car towed to freaking AutoZone to get my battery. They had to switch out my battery. Then my car worked fine. So my Instacart day got cut short. I did edit one day in the life. I voiced over one day in the life. And I took all the day in the life footage that was in my phone and I put it into albums. And I put half of them into InShot, but then my car stopped working. So then that's when all that happened. Then I set up here doing stuff because I also have to move. So like I'm doing a lot of stuff that's life stuff, but then I work in like little pockets. But when I do my day in the lives, like y'all can see that. And I'm actually filming today's day in the life. So right now I'm going to say good night to Instagram so that I can use this phone to record myself going live. That's what I need to do before I forget. Because I just reminded myself that I am vlogging today. So, and y'all gonna be able to see my cracked up screen. So hi to my live. You can see my cracked up screen, but then you can see everything else is over here on this screen. I got notes and stuff. I was working on my updated budget. But yeah, this is my day in the life. I'm talking to myself so that when I do the voiceover, I'll be able to remember what the heck I was doing. But then I just do a voiceover for the day in the lives. And I realized I'm gonna start telling like some more stories there, but I'll say good night. Okay, so now vlog ended for the day because after this, your girl's going to bed. I had some things I needed to do, but baby girl's going to bed after this. Okay, I'm gonna take me a shower and I'm getting into bed because I'm hot and I'm tired. But anywho, people love the day in the lives. So if you feel comfortable, you can. But I didn't start sharing these until I'm in year 7 of Krista Maximizer, year 6 of being full time, and I just started doing day in the lives. I tried to vlog. Well, I've vlogged in the past, but I realized I was telling people what I was doing and not showing them. So the big key to storytelling, show people and then tell them the story. So I still am working through the phase of like seeing myself and telling y'all what I'm doing. I don't need to tell you I'm eating a salad. I need to tell you, oh my gosh, today I put salmon and onions and a boiled egg in my salad because you can't see the contents, but you see me eating a salad. I don't got to say, oh, I made a smoothie. I can just say, today I made a strawberry, banana, and mango smoothie. Make sense? Versus the old version of me would be looking at the camera like, okay, so I just made a smoothie, but I didn't show that I made the smoothie. The new version of me shows me making the smoothie. Then I tell you the story. Is that another channel? I'm not sure which channel you're watching on, but I share my day in the lives on my business YouTube and on my TikTok and Facebook and Instagram. So if you're watching right now on my couponing channel, please go over and subscribe to my business channel. Subscribe to it's Build a Business with KRYS. That's my business YouTube channel. And that's where all my content, short form content, is being posted. I guess I could post my day in the lives over on my couponing channel too. I do plan on going to Dollar General tomorrow, so I don't know, create a Dollar General YouTube video and post it. We'll see. We shall see. My laptop is out of commission, so I won't be able to post on the road like I usually would. I would literally have to come back home to post the video. So we'll see. Otherwise, I'll post the video on Sunday or Monday, and y'all just gonna see what I got and call it an afternoon. You know what? That's what I'll probably do. The video just won't get posted on Saturday. And that is perfectly fine. So that is tips for selling with storytelling on social media. I have given you all my call to action, which is number 1, go and get to my email list. So go to KristaMaximizer.com and join my email list if you're not on it already. And number 2, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Build a Business with Chris, Build a Business with KRYS. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm 164 away. So if you haven't subscribed already, please go subscribe. I would like to open the floor for questions. Does anybody have any questions about selling with storytelling, using social media for business? Any questions at all? If you don't have any questions, can you let me know, was this helpful for you? Yes or no? Was this helpful for you? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. Let me know. I pretty much answered the questions that I usually have. But are there any other questions? Yes, it was a help. I have to watch the replay. Came in late. Oh, well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate you joining. I'm happy it was helpful. I'm happy it was helpful. I'm tired. Okay. I usually would stay longer for questions, but your girl was tired. I'm proud of myself for doing the live. I'll be back again tomorrow, probably around this time again, depending on what time I come in. Saturday's also an Instacart day, but it's supposed to be really hot in Orlando, so I don't know. If it's burning hot, I'll probably come back sooner, but we're gonna see. I'm also gonna try to go out early. See if I can get some good orders in the morning. But Saturday, sometimes Saturdays can be hit or miss because hella people out there working. But yeah, thank y'all so much for joining. I will see you on my email list. I will see you on my YouTube channel, and I'll see some of you tomorrow for my live. All right. You all have a good night, and I'll see you later. Bye.